You too. What is good, family? Y'all already see the title. We definitely got to talk about the media. The media is fake, family. Now, we definitely going to dive up into that a little bit later in the video, but I hope you guys been staying blessed and definitely drinking your water over these last few weeks and definitely on your spiritual path. If you're watching these videos, you should definitely be on your spiritual path at the same time. Follow along on the journey. I promise you, your journey is going to take you to a whole nother destination than what you're currently dealing with. Always for the best, of course. Along with check out my previous video, y'all already know, on karmic relationships. It'll definitely be linked up at the top of the screen. Man, we have to know these signs to look out for so we can go ahead and avoid a crazy situation altogether. Get that up out of here. We ain't If we dealing with a karmic relationship or a karmic person, why would we want to have that in our life? Go ahead and avoid the situation altogether. Along with, y'all already know, man, this semen retention game. If you guys haven't already, check out my previous video on semen retention. Now, I got a rep for the retention game. Y'all already know every video, because that's the one thing that's going to change your life. I promise you, for the better. So if you guys are definitely trying to get into that, or even like, if you haven't already, let this be your day one. Start today. I'm telling y'all, this semen retention game is something else. It's something crazy. Definitely check that out. It'll be linked up at the top of the screen as well. But we already know what y'all came here for. We gotta talk about the media. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. As I was saying, family, the media is fake. Now, that's a huge statement to make with that being said, but I'm gonna tell y'all why. Now, it's a lot of things that be playing on the TV set, or even the things that we're subjected to on a day-to-day basis, like, okay, TV shows, movies, ads, what, commercials. Those commercials be important as well, along with news stories, like different types of news stories, articles, as well as even social media's what, stories as well. The stories that you be hearing about these given type of celebrities or celebrity outings, or whatever the case may be, dealing around those type of topics. A lot of times those be staged situations. And yes, you heard correctly, staged. Now, a lot of these things be fake or fabricated in order to create a desired outcome, most of the time to condition the mind or embed, particular ideals, what, mentalities, as well as behaviors within given people or whoever the content is subjected to. Now, we have to understand and recognize that these given things are different sectors of the media literally set out to do one of three things, right? Which is either get money, a lot of times they be money grabbing, or persuade you of a particular situation, or to create or invoke a particular emotion out of you, as well as conditioning. Now, conditioning being anything that's trying to condition you for future events to come, or let alone trying to produce a desired outcome out of the situation. Now, you might be like, how in the world are they doing all these extra jazz, family? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, as far as in, okay, a lot of times these ads that you be seeing constantly playing over and over, I'm sure that it's been at least one ad that y'all done seen 1,000,000,001 times. That even if you hit, skip or whatever the case may be, you still, because the skip button or whatever the case may be is typically supposed to, once you skip it, it's supposed to tell the system or the software that, okay, that's not content that you want to see or see in the future, right? But it's certain particular, my bad, y'all. It was something in my eye, but it's certain particular content that they literally show you for a reason or expose to you for a reason. They play over and over to condition your mind or your mentality or the way you perceive or outlook on life. I'm telling y'all. Now, like I said, it's at least one ad that we done all heard 1,000,001 times. 1,000,001 times. No matter if we hit that skip button on it, whatever the case may be, we still gonna hear it the next day and the next day after. We done skipped it so many times or seen it so many times. We actually know the ad by heart at this point, or even aware when it's about to come on. Like, we might hear somebody speaking on it, or like, okay, it's that ad, or you might hear the theme music, you might be familiar with it. Like, give an example. It's this one ad that at least everybody in this generation knows about or has heard seen or came across at least one time. I'm sure that you guys have seen, okay, the Save the Children ads or the animal cruelty ads. Those animal cruelty ads, they show the dogs, the cats, and all these different types of pets, whatever the case may be, that's in a crazy situation. And it always starts like that theme music of like, it's like in the arms of an angel type. I'm sure that you guys are aware of it. If not, you can look it up. I'll probably leave a video in the description below so you guys can check that out if you're not familiar with it. But anyways, this is one of the ads that's been playing constantly and constantly nonstop throughout this generation. And a lot of times these ads are money grabbing ads, and it's to manipulate your emotions and your psychology upon things, right? Now, whenever you see this ad, etc., etc., it makes you feel a certain type of way, correct? And whenever you in your emotions, you're more likely to give that money away. Now, a lot of times you'll see this ad and then out of nowhere, like you're so familiar with it, and then out of nowhere you don't even recognize that it never comes up again. And this is why, because of the fact, more than likely, a lot of times these ads is a money grabbing situation. It's just to play and play and play to get the most money out of it as it can, and then you'll never hear about it again. And then next thing you know, it's a new ad that comes up, and you see that one time and time again, and it's playing for a particular reason, family. Now, a lot of times, every generation has a particular ad or a particular movie or a particular show or whatever case may be that it might be, that plays constantly to condition of people of a certain mentality or embed certain ideals into somebody or their mentality. I'm telling y'all, to change your whole psychology upon how you look on things or the outlook on life. Now, like I said, the next ad being, okay, somebody might be familiar with this Save the Children ad. I'm sure that you guys have came across an ad of, for $1 a day, you can save a child's life, blase, blase. We're all familiar with those type of ads. We've came across them or at least seen one or another, but I'll leave that also in the description down below for those of you who are unaware. But with this particular type of ad, like I said, they're playing constantly, and then out of nowhere, you don't hear about it ever again. This is why, because a lot of times it's a money grabbing situation. Where do you think that the adults in power get this money to do various things, within the war, let alone, they're placing money here and there and doing this, and that. You got to really think with a conscious mind in a general sense, considering that the government is literally in debt. Now, if you guys are, familiar with politics or, how all that extra jazz work, like I said, the government is literally in debt. Trillions of dollars. Where do you think they get this extra funding and money from? These particular programs. These programs literally are funding extra side stuff that they need to put in place. Like example, these ads that they constantly place out to the masses. Like I said, this Save the Children, blase blase, is literally a deeper it goes so much deeper than just that ad alone. And you got to think about, whenever you go into your day-to-day business, how often do you see kids on the street, blase blase, left, right, and center, going through a crazy situation. So it just kind of begs the question, like, where are they filming these locations at? It's always given a situation or a location where it's favorite conditions for things like this to occur. Which meaning it's not happening everywhere, let alone it's not everybody, which that should be understandable. But what I thought was kind of what was kind of significant about the situation, like I said, these particular ads go so much deeper than what they show to the public or even the masses, or let alone what be happening behind the scenes. Like I said, these Save the Children a lot of times be having to do with child trafficking situations, but that's a whole nother video for another time, family. We gotta save the time. But as far as on that jazz, yes. And speaking on, like I said, the child trafficking situations, it was a Key and Peele skit that actually premiered, or whatever the case may be. If you guys are familiar with Key and Peele, if not, definitely go check that out. But pretty much they're comedians, right? And they pretty much make fun of or reenact particular situations or real life scenarios, or even reenacting particular scenes from movies, all this extra jazz, for comedy and laughs. But it was one skit they actually played, and it had something to do with what the Save the Children ads, right? they was making light of the situation on those particular ads. That's how, that's how much this ad plays. Everybody knows about this ad, right? Now, like I said, pretty much they was making light of the situation, and pretty much they was literally showing within the video that what Key or one of the actors, Key and Peele, I always get the names messed up as far as on which is which, but anyways, one of them was literally saving a child, and pretty much a van came up, with a filled with kids, and as far as these kids, they was literally okay. They was already conducted, and they was literally okay. They was abducted by the organization themselves, and you paying money to free these kids, blase blase, and pretty much that was the whole point of the ad. If you got, all right, that was the whole point of the skit. If you guys haven't checked that out, like I said, I'll leave it in the description below. You guys definitely need to go check that out relating to the Save the Children ads. That skit goes so much deeper. Like, it may have been comedy, but I'm telling y'all, it goes so much deeper than these ads as far as in just saving the kids. It has to do with child trafficking, child enslavement, all this extra jazz. But like I said, for time's sake, that has to be another video. But whole point being is that these ass situations, scenarios, all these given type of circumstances, they are literally made to make the situation look more dire or exaggerated than it really is. This also plays into the part of getting that money or conditioning the masses a certain type of way, family, which is why we kind of got to be aware of what they're actually revealing to us or even showing us on a day-to-day basis. You might be thinking that you actually helping or you helping a situation out or for a good cause, but it goes so much deeper than what they revealed to us. And like I said, all the way down to these TV shows and TV, etc., you exposing yourself to all these given types of TV shows, reality TV, whatever the case may be. All these given different types of things are literally here to control your mentality or change your outlook on how you perceive things. I have a clip in this video that I'm going to show you guys that you guys definitely need to check out on how the TV literally programs the person who's watching it. With that being said, for mind control, they literally can change whatever you see within this TV set. They literally create the situation itself. They literally conduct what you see on the TV, and they fabricate it together, like using software and CGI technology, family. We have to understand the technology that those in power literally have at their disposal. You thinking that, okay, the technology that's actually disclosed to the public as far as saying, okay, you got Photoshop, all this photo editing software, and even video editing software out here. But you got to think about, okay, that's only for the public as far as in what we have on the market today. But you got to think about behind closed doors, what do the government actually have at their disposal that's actually more powerful, that can literally, you wouldn't even be able to distinguish reality from these given the software created situations that these people literally be conducting and placing onto the masses. Like I said, that's why we got to really be aware of really what's going on and really what's real and what's fiction, paying attention to what's going on within the world to recognize, okay, when they're really trying to push an agenda or push something upon us, and actually what's going on type though is actually occurring or is actually happening. But like I said, man, I got a clip for y'all that I want y'all to check out that literally it's going to dive in a little bit more deeper into how they literally are programming people and conditioning people's minds through the software they're creating, etc., to create these different type of reality shows, TV shows, even the news, or different types of things that you be seeing on the TV. Look, without further ado, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and check that out. But I hope you guys definitely enjoyed the video. Definitely hit that like button down below. Definitely hit that subscribe button, because I'm telling y'all, we got more and upcoming content coming for you guys in the future. I'm telling y'all, December, man, it's the month of giving, so I definitely got some things in store for you guys. But look, I know y'all tired of me talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys check out this video. Like I said, man, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button down below. But without further ado, man, y'all already know. Check this out.
Never watch the television. The television. The television. The television. Now, I also mentioned too that a fellow that has been in touch with me for an awful long time, his brother was in the CIA. or is in the CIA. He will never talk about the CIA to him. He'll never give anything away whatsoever, except one bit of advice. He said, never watch the television. Never watch the television. It's the greatest scientific indoctrination tool ever devised. Haven't you figured that out? It's changed the whole culture of nations, not just one nation. Why do you think it was mandatory that everybody in Britain have access to televisions by the government? Why do you think China is under the same program to get everyone with a TV right now? Because they love to have you entertained. Do you really think that? And India is on the same route as well right now too. Most of your ideas and your opinions and how you emulate, because you emulate things, you mimic what you see. As Charles Galton, Darwin and others had said in the past. It becomes you become it. And that's what's happened. It's been very, very, very successful. Never watch the television. You can't watch a movie unless you do it critically. If you watch it critically, not there to enjoy it. Remember what they say, it's your emotions that get you on. And it's interwoven, all these emotional themes all through movies. You're played like a harp. And they embed ideas into you, along with the movies. And predictive programming too. So you'll accept that which is still to come. And you'll behave and you'll behave the same way as the characters in the movie when it comes. Oh well, what can you do? I'll just watch much music or television. You're given a mind of your own, and you've got to use it for yourself. And believe you me, if you ever had a nation or wanted a nation, you'd have to make sure that everyone took their turn. Everyone took their turn, just like jury duty, to go in and oversee the guys that are supposed to be taking care of everything on your behalf. It's a tight club right now. It's been like that forever, because they never intended to give you anything called democracy, or, in fact, a republic. Gangs and fraternities run the systems of the countries. That's how they're run. And under taxation, and it's true what Marx said, and it's true what Lenin said, but that part of it, all wealth comes from labor. And tax is another term for labor. When they take your labor from you and give you nothing back for it, that's called stealing and slavery. Slavery, folks. But no teacher told you that, did they? Never watch the television.